Yeah. Wake up with coffee and sports. Sunrise glow, listen coast to coast. A flow like you know.
Offensively, who made them? Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Sideline to sideline with plays to show. This network's got the spark.
When you put up 300 yards rushing against someone, that you got your butt whooped.
I feel like I would have liked to see Oregon Ohio State in the semis, not the quarters. So I think some reseeding is probably where I would change. But
they're out of their mind. They're going to do this 3 quarterbacks in a row.
Here's the crazy.
I just can't take it.
Birds keep flying high, fans cheering loud, and one podcast moving through the crowd. Needy boys brawling, no holds barred bout. This wire life never in doubt. Tune into the vibe.
That's my bold prediction for the show. Devin Booker, in the next 3 years, he will be a Houston Rocket.
Because I still think Seth is still at the top of his game. I do. I think he's right there. Who knows? Maybe. Not this year, but one time soon. Why wouldn't we potentially see Seth and Roman? You know what I mean?
Tune in the vibe. Marty West, Court Centers. Got me on the mic, now let's spill the tea. Talking courtside dreams from history. Legends on the blacktop now and then. From Wilt to Steph, we hit it again. Better chimes in, let's go deep. Young bloods rising, can't skip a beat. Puppy prospects with fire in their eyes. Draft night suckers and hoop dream high. Wire to wire, bring the heat. Podcast magic can't be beat. Do better, we're going better. We're who cares? Trendsetters.
What's poppin', y'all? It is your boy, Guardy3, and welcome to the And One Podcast Watch Along. First watch along I've done in a minute. I know we got a little bit of a late jump. That's my bad. So right now we got Orlando and Philly. We got an 8-5 game going on. We got Emirates World Cup. So look, I know a lot of people have opinions on these cup games, but I personally enjoy them. I appreciate the effort to make the regular season feel, more important. So, like I said, I'm here to talk hoops. So, any basketball-related questions? Love to hear them. Hey, what up, Keith? What's up? All right, 8-6 game. Here we go. What I want to see more out of the Magic is ball movement. Now they're 6-2 without. They're on a nice little run without Paulo, but Bane just missed that. Okay. Way to protect the rim there by Drummond, deflecting Wagner. Little screen and roll action. Oh, he denies the screen. Ooh, good pass by Grimes. McCain for 3. Hey. 9-8. Not a bit. Yeah, the color scheme's kind of whack on this court, not going to lie. It makes sense given, obviously, the Sixers, but Bane just can't hit anything right now. But no, I see what you're saying about this court. Say, Desmond Bane's got to find his shot real quick. It's amazing how every knockdown shooter goes to Orlando and turns into like a 30% shooter from 3. Max is going to get teed up. Yeah. There wasn't enough there to go reacting like that. Max has got to be careful. No Embiid, VJ, or PG. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen him react like that in a minute to a call like that. Ooh. Trenton Wofford. Suggs with the pull-up jumper. That's off the mark. Oh, tip back. Another long rebound back to Orlando. Franz misses the floater, but that's going to be Orlando ball. You know what's been amazing about the Philadelphia 76ers? Andre Drummond just deciding this year he's going to shoot threes. And he's been very good at it. Oh. They're leaving a lot of weak side shooters open with this zone. They're pretty much banking on these Magic shooters just missing all night. You know what? Yeah. I hope Drummond's not chilling at the top of the key. Now, it's unfortunate that Embiid and George are out this one. Would have loved to seen, Banchero too. I would have loved to seen these teams go at it at full strength. I know the Bucks have their next cup game tomorrow, so knowing that, it's probably going to be the return of Giannis. Can't risk Darvin Ham's undefeated running group play. Joel can sit. Yeah. Hey, a healthy Joel, it theoretically can fix a lot of problems, but that's also theoretically. I don't even know what a healthy Joel Embiid looks like, to be fair, at this point. He'll give you those stints where he looks really dominant, then he just gives you those stints where I kind of forget he's on the court, so. I said, Giannis got upgraded to questionable, so. I'm always amazed watching the Magic because they get such great looks at times and they just can't hit them, and I'm not sure why they just fall off a cliff as soon as you join Orlando as shooters. Yeah, it's funny because I think at times the 76ers team, it seems like they struggle to score in the half court, which is fair. It feels like that's something that Embiid can fix. Or really help fix him and PG, but once again, the healthy version of Embiid is something that I got to figure out what 100% is. So we can score in the third quarter, not the fourth. That technical pissed me off. What's a healthy PG? Hey, he had that nice little run, actually. I think it was against the Bucks where he had like 11. Yeah, I wouldn't put it on the floor. What was that, Drummond? Anthony Black's. I was going to say, I think Wendell got hit underneath, but all right. It just feels like with the Magic, they frustrate me because they have too many good playmakers for the ball to be so stagnant at times. Good hit, Wendell. All right. Well, we're at 12-9. Here you go. Let's see if Wendell can hit the second one. It's good. Rattles in. All right. What do we got? Good take. Good take by Wofford. Say Suggs wants an answer back. Too strong. There you go. Oh, Wofford's doing it again. Wofford. Oh. Are they going to call it a transition take? I will say I like the aggressiveness here from Wofford. Great block by Andre. Ooh. Couldn't get that to go. Oh! Woo! That Anthony Black got that one to go. Anthony Black is so explosive. I can fly like an eagle. Can't you see? All right, here we go. Let's see, what do we got? There we go. We got a tie game is what we got. Go, Tyus Jones. He's been so bad this year. Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? You know what's funny? Like watching teams like Utah who are good lob. Watching teams like the Jazz who just have no pressure to win or do anything is kind of fun. Because they just try stuff without really caring if they win or not. And of course, Lauri Markkanen's been going nuts for them, so that's always a benefit. Say also shout out to Keontae George, who's having a fantastic year as well. Offensively, he's still got some work to do defensively, but the combo of George and Laurie offensively have been a ton of fun to watch. Oh, kick out the black. Oh. Good finish. Good steal and finish. Just lazy passing. Yep, call a timeout. You got to slow this game back down. The 76ers team is dangerous when you let them start getting out like this. Hey, you know it's also been kind of fun to watch this year. Kind of enjoy watching the. There we go. Okay, we'll move that down a little. Ooh, the funny thing is, before he even got drafted, before his rookie year started, I predicted that Paulo would be a future league MVP, and I predicted that could happen this year, but that hasn't happened, and I don't know. Like, I'd still say Paulo, but honestly, Franz has also kind of grown on me in that regard. So I'd probably still say Paulo, but Franz also might end up overtaking him personally for me eventually. It's so tough because I love Paulo's game, but watching. That's what I'm saying. Like, Franz is closing the gap. Like, every time I watch Franz without Paulo, he's so good. He's off to a fantastic start. Yeah, no, I love Franz's. I love Franz's game. Him and Desmond Bain both. I really can't wait for all three of them to click together. So hopefully Banchero's back soon, so they can build that chemistry. Thing with Paulo is it seems like his games are very inconsistent in the regular season, but then his game just translates really well to the playoffs. Like, I've watched back-to-back years, obviously with them losing to Cleveland, where that tough shot making that he relies on so much, which kind of causes inconsistency in the regular season, helps in the playoffs because that's when the floor gets bogged down and half the time you need to hit a difficult shot, and he absolutely excels at that. I need Jamal Mosley though to start playing Jace Richardson more. He can take Tyus Jones minutes right now and be just as impactful as Tyus Jones. I promise. Hey, Montas Buzelis, baby. No, they also have, I believe it's I know is it Trey Johnson? They have a fun. They're have the core of a team that could be a lot of fun if they can just figure out the surrounding pieces. I think they got to move off of Vooch, get a younger center that more fits their timeline. I think that would be huge, and if they can find a way to offload the Patrick Williams contract and turn that into some quality pieces, that could very well, help them a ton too. Hello. Say. Oh, maybe because I talked some. Maybe it's because I'm not a fan of him. Of course, I'm watching him, and Tyus Jones is about to show out. Boom! All right, here we go. 21-19, 3:44 to go. I appreciate it. I don't even need money. Yeah, if you subscribe, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Oh, Maxie. So quick at getting downhill. It's so tough to stop. Goga. It's amazing. It really is. How does every Orlando Magic player forget how to shoot a 3-ball? Dustin Edwards. There we go. Let's see what Bane does. Good. Saying Bitadze is causing a lot of problems in the middle. Isn't it funny how that works? Like, you wouldn't have expected that. Let's see, what is it? Oh, it's our double-doubles. Oh, they're getting a CJ McCollum throwback game. Okay, that's what's happening. Oof. Wow. I did not expect that. 33, a 9 of 11 from 3 for CJ. Oh, that is wild. I love it. 33 is crazy work. It's one of those things with the Hawks. I mean, they have Jalen Johnson, who's, well, I mean, no, but he's definitely underwhelming for a number 1 pick, but definitely not ever. Because I was there when they drafted Anthony Bennett, and I don't know if anything can top that disaster. Say nah. It's funny with the Hawks. See, this is the challenge. They have Jalen Johnson, but it's if you shut off Jalen Johnson without Trae Young, that's pretty much it. And it's kind of the value in games like this where, you know, you kind of miss Trae Young because now there's nobody else to create outside of JJ, and the whole offense just stagnates really hard. Oh. Did Goga just throw the ball at Watford? Oh, okay. Just a little miscommunication. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, say, shout out Watford. The young guys on the Sixers, not even just Maxey and Edgecombe, but like Watford and Justin Edwards and Barlow have been good for them. Yeah, it's funny how that worked out for the Hawks. So they happened to get the number 1 pick in between the Flag and Wemby draft. But you know what? They have a chance for another number 1 pick this year at the rate the Pelicans are going. These refs are really quick to call. They're really quick to blow the whistle in this game. That's what I'm saying. At that point, just let them play on. I'll say, yeah, this is a slow-paced quarter. They've called a lot of free throws so far. Yeah, they. The 76ers team is so much fun to watch. One more. Bane. Oh, no. The funny part is there's holes in this zone, but the Magic just. There it is. Ties. Good hit. They gotta knock down these open threes that they're getting. Maybe Tyus Jones hitting that's the start that they needed. Goga has no clue what he's doing, it seems. Good hit. Anthony Black. Okay. If these three start falling, that'll be great because it can force the Sixers out of this zone that's been killing them. Thought. Here we go. Of course, I say that Tyus needs his minutes replaced, and Tyus responds with a legacy game. Okay, do I think the Pistons can keep it up? I mean, they'll probably slow up a little bit. The pace they're on right now is absolutely absurd. But that being said, I don't see why they can't challenge for the number 1 seed in the East. So I think they can keep up in that race. I love what they've done so far. What happened to last year's Pacers? They just lost too many important pieces. It feels like it's that simple, right? Like when you don't have Halliburton and you don't have, you lose Miles Turner in free agency. This just felt like it was always going to be a gap year. And they're so lucky that they traded for their first right before Game 7 of the finals. That was a terrific play by them. And if Halliburton can come back to form and they nail the draft next year, they could come back to being like a serious Eastern Conference Finals or even Finals contender next year. Team that shocked me? I'd say probably the Phoenix Suns. They've been a lot of fun to watch, and they've been so active on defense, right? That felt like the goal when they traded KD. They got younger, they got longer, they got faster. And it always felt like that was going to be geared towards the defense. And that really has shown. Plus, Dillon Brooks, 37% shooter from 3. If he can keep that up all year, yeah, they're going to be a fun team to watch. I don't think they're a threat to make any deep playoff run. But, yeah, I think that the Phoenix Suns have been a surprise to me so far. Say honestly, the biggest surprise in the East. Yeah, you named them. It's the Toronto Raptors. That's a team that I think will end up falling back into like play-in contention, but it is quite surprising how hot they have started out. Say Pistons Raptors 1 and 2 seed was not what I was expecting this year. Say it's funny. It's funny. The West is kind of playing out exactly like how you'd expect it. You'd expected some combination of the Thunder and Nuggets to be 1 and 2. Then when you talk about title contenders, a lot of people brought up the Lakers with Luka Braun and the Rockets with KD. What do the Bucks need to do other than stay? I don't think it's that complicated with the Bucks. It just feels like it feels like we're just still slowly getting our chemistry together with adding all these new pieces. And in the injury front, it's just been hard to do that. Had obviously an early injury to Giannis. Kevin Porter Jr. goes out with an injury. Like it's been a little bit of a rough stretch, but I think in terms of what's happening in a lot of these games, I don't think they're just in a rhythm at all. The Ryan Rollins breakout has been absolutely great, but outside of that, it just feels like that there's a lack of creation without Giannis. Once they smother Ryan Rollins, that's about it. Nobody else is really going to be creating for others. So I think the Bucks just need to get a healthy Giannis back and maybe drop some more plays for guys like AJ Green. I think AJ Green is someone that needs like 10 threes a game. So I think we need to get a Miles Turner involved more inside the arc too. I get it. He can space the floor, but he's also an explosive dunker, and I'd love to utilize his athleticism more near the rim. Oh. Oh, what a sequence. I would say I would have thrown a lob there, but it worked out anyway. Swinging out to Grimes. Drummond just is so weird taking it up. He never takes it up strong. It just looks awkward. Anthony Black. Okay. It just got blown by old man Eric Gordon. Here we go. Let's see Bane. Bane's having an off night. Ooh. Desmond Bane off to a 1 of 7 shooting start. Good take by Wendell. I think that's the way that Desmond Bane has to attack the 76ers defense right now. Shots not falling, but they have to respect it in like the pick and roll, and Wendell just got a free roll to the basket against a guard. Say Maxey couldn't get that to go. Oh, you know, that's say I love Jalen Johnson. It's one of my favorite players in the league this year to watch. He's been a blast. He's somebody I think Mo and I have been tooting his horn for like the past year and a half now. Too easy. You can't get Maxey that much open space. You got to get physical with him. No, absolutely. Just 100%. He's got a lot of versatility. Oh. Good. Up fake. Got Drummond to leave his feet. I'd say, yeah, I know. I agree with that. Way off. Probably going to get a timeout here. Probably going to get a timeout from Nick Nurse in a minute here. 76ers are now all out of sync. Pump fake, jam. Thoughts on our Bucks? It's a little bit of a rough start. Obviously not the start I was hoping for, but I think we'll be fine. We got to get Giannis back. First and foremost, we got to get him back healthy. Say without him, there's not really any secondary playmakers outside of, once you get past Ryan Rollins, and I think that's kind of our big problem right now. So, overall, slow start. Hoping to get off to a quicker start than this, but I think once we get Giannis back, we'll be fine. Would love to get some more size on the wings and somebody that could give a little extra playmaking juice. But hey, I think everybody's looking for that. Here's biggest threats in the East. See, it's a long list right now. No, I'm kidding. I think the Pistons present a tough matchup. A big guard like Cade who can just shoot and see over the top of the defense is going to be a rough one. I think the Cavs are a tough one for us. There's always, the Knicks are always lurking too. I think those would probably be the three biggest ones. Desmond Bane cannot shoot to save his life tonight. But no, you know what? I'd probably go with the Pistons. Anthony Black just beat everybody down the floor for the lob. Yeah. Say, definitely the Cavs are in that conversation. Spida always gives us fits. Anthony Black legacy game. Let's go. Yeah, I think they give us problems in different ways. Say the Cade Duran duo has been phenomenal. I really say it's going to be tough to guard him. Cavs have multiple guys that they can throw at him, and as much as I'm not a fan of them, the Knicks also have multiple guys that they can throw at Giannis. But hey, you know what? I went to one game, we played the Knicks, and we beat them, so I'm confident we can beat the Knicks in a series. Should I throw in Miami in that group too, just because Miami always gives us fits? I'm hoping Giannis is back if he's healthy tomorrow, and we Not scared of the Pistons without Beasley. Hey, look, the leaps that Jalen Duren have made have been stunning, to say the least. Duren always gets in foul trouble. Yeah, especially against us and Giannis, that's true. But I can't overlook his leaps and bounds he's made off the dribble this year. Beasley is clear of Duncan. I mean, I think you're right. I think he's still in it. I think he still is. I think that's the only reason he hasn't been signed yet, really. Like, this is a guy that I think if he was out of the investigation and he got the all clear, he'd be on a team already. In fact, I think he'd probably go to be back in Detroit already if he was clear. I'm hoping that all clears up soon. Hey, if he's innocent, let him play. Denny. Yeah, no, the Blazers in general have been super fun to watch. I remember when they traded for Drew, I thought that this team could be kind of fun because they had the makings, as I said before this season started, of a top 10 defense, without a doubt, with him like clinging. And then Denny just has emerged as an absolute weapon. So I like the way they're building this team. They're building this like defensively slanted team and that's just very defensive oriented. Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? Obviously, they'll be getting Dame back next year. I miss Drew too. So I'm curious to see where Dame fits in like the grand scheme of their team. Another air ball. Ooh. Yeah, it does. I will stand by like that trade because actually I didn't mind it at all, and I understand the idea of trading for Dame. It's just unfortunate it went like it did. Oh, I think Wendell got kicked in the nuts. You can never take the feeling of that first game against Philly when he went nuts. That was great. It's one of those things that unfortunately it didn't work, but I get the idea. So I still don't hate the Dame trade. I don't try to play too much revisionist history. I just hate on the trades that I hated immediately. Yeah, absolutely. Woo! There it is. Desmond Bane. See, like, I'll give an example of, yeah. I hate trades immediately, like back in the day, trading a first rounder for guys like Grievous Vasquez, which if people don't know, that was the pick that got the Raptors OG Anunoby. Like, those are the trades that I hate. Like, why did he throw the lob to Bane there? I mean, it worked out. It worked out. Yeah, Bucks have always kind of built the defensive first play style, which I say good finish by Bane. I think what made that a little bit rough for the Dame Giannis duo, which obviously they had the highest like points per game combined in the league, so they were a very good duo. It just felt awkward at times because just Giannis has never been a roller. Like Dame flourishes with bigs who can set really good screens and roll, and Giannis has a lot of gravity as a roller, but his screen setting has never exactly lit the world on fire, which I don't think helped a ton. Hey, but you know what? It's all right. We got Ryan Rollins now. We're all good. I think the other guy that's improved a ton on the Pistons that I've really liked. Shout out to Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart. It's been great defensively for them, helping protect the rim. Just been a great 3-and-D player for him. Let's see if the 76ers have the juice to get back into this game. It looks like, hey, maybe Tyus Jones is finding his rhythm. But at the same time, I still do think Jace, Jennings, Ilyasova, Delfino. Look, we all knew growing up at the time, Larry Sanders was supposed to be that future center. My big three will never be forgotten. Big Bogut too. I know. I remember watching those good old teams with like John Salmons, the Monta Ellis, Brandon Jennings duo. Which of course, 2011 we got the infamous Bucks and 6, which took us a decade to cash in on. And then Andrew Bogut, look. Now, people talk about the 2016 NBA Finals, and it all changed when Draymond got suspended. I disagree. I think what happened is everything changed when Andrew Bogut got injured. Draymond getting suspended was obviously big, but they had him back. And it didn't really... they had him back in Game 6 and 7 with 2 chances to win. I think losing Bogut, who, by the way, was their only real, 7-foot rim protector on the roster, just allowed LeBron to go, hog wild at the rim. So I do think that people sometimes forget that losing Andrew Bogut was arguably bigger than, Draymond getting suspended for 1 game in that final series. Oh, we're in Amari Walkerman? Oh. Yeah, Suns just struck him. Now, my favorite player growing up, my first favorite player on the Bucks was definitely Michael Redd. Must say my lefty sniper. And NBA Hall of Famer. So, I love that for him. Michael Redd deserves it. If you're not following him on Twitter, he's maybe like the most positive figure in the basketball community among former pros. So I love Michael Redd and just the positivity he spreads about the game on his page. Good hit. Okay, just gonna need a couple more of those and get some defensive stops going. I really don't like some of these lobs, genuinely. Oh, Watford. Oh, that's no good. Say brutal game for Philly. You're already down, Edgecombe, PG, Joel, and now here comes Watford. Hey, I remember the fun time it wasn't. It's funny how far the Bucks franchise has come along. Like, if people just became a Bucks fan like recently, you're used to the success that Giannis has brought. But man, I just remember when we were winning 13 games and we were so hyped because Greg Monroe decided to come here in free agency on a $50 million contract. It's like those were that was so much fun. So excited that we're trading for guys like Brandon Knight. Oh, Mamuta, Dunleavy, Elliott, yeah. Good hit by Walker. Yeah, we had Tobias. We originally had a. Why are we so bad at drafting? I think the Bucks just try too. It feels like that we just try too hard sometimes at drafting for like the next star. Like we just draft based on traits. And I think that's how we end up with guys like AJ, Johnson, who could very well be good, but we traded him before he gave him the chance. But it's almost why we draft like long, lengthy, athletic wings like Beauchamp, thinking that that they'll pan out. We can turn him into a 3-and-D player. Say, or we draft guys like Thon Maker. Oof. Rough app. Oh. Blocking. But say no, honestly, if the Bucks are one team that if we were drafting like older guys who can step in and contribute immediately, I would love it. Yeah, I think Beauchamp's biggest problem was just Brogdon. Brogdon was our last like really good draft pick that we like kept for a while. No, but I think Beauchamp's issue was he just thought that he was the guy, right? Like tried to watch like a full like summer league game of his, and it was brutal. He was taking shots like he thought he was prime T-Mac, but I thought Tyler Smith could be decent, but obviously we waived him. I thought Tyler Smith could almost take a career arc of like Channing Frye. RJ, yeah. Nuggets legend. Woo! Yeah, it's amazing how off we are always at drafting in the first round. It's incredible. I know we have our first this year, so the only way we don't have our first this year is if we somehow win the lottery, or pretty much just have a lower pick than the Pelicans, which I do not see happening. The Hawks get the worst of the or get the best option of our pick or the Pelicans pick. So say it. Yeah, it's I'd love that. Can only pray. Yeah. I'm praying for it too. The Hawks got to move on from Trey. I think they might, because the thing with Trey is you're going to have to talk to him about a max contract again. I think, is it next year he's a free agent? Let's see. What's his? I think it's yeah. He has a player option for next season for $48 million. So you're going to end up running into a situation. Do you want to pay 28-year-old Trey another max? Trey's interesting because you want a team that has like young, dynamic bigs that are, good rollmen, but I'd also like understand the offense is going to be Trey centric. Like you need the ball in his hands to really dominate. Woo, sorry. Dude, sorry about that. I've been sick. I was sick in the last couple of days, so thankfully I'm finally over it enough to be able to stream again today. So happy about that. But no, ironically, I could see a team like Orlando, if they keep struggling, they might think Trey might be an upgrade at their point guard position. Good block by Suggs. That being said, Trey doesn't really fit the defensive identity of the Magic at all. So, look at the bench is going crazy. What team would be? I'd say I almost said a team like the Raptors, but the Raptors don't really have a lob threat. They just have a Jakob Poeltl. The team that I think that really would be fun for me, though, for him, ironically, would be a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves. You have a team, Minnesota kept Cat over Rudy. Rudy Rudy just kind of upgrades their defensive floor by a ton. But it's ironic because I think that might be the team that should really take a hard look at Trey, because They desperately need an upgrade. Oh, Drummond, what are you doing? We're getting chippy. We're getting chippy. Oh, we're gonna have like 4 technicals. Woo! These teams do not like each other. Yeah, it's one of those things where you need to upgrade. You can't be running Mike Conley and Rob Dillingham point guard minutes in the playoffs. And him with Rudy would be perfect because Trey loves feeding lob threats and Rudy loves to be fed those lobs. So if there's a player that can probably work around say if there's a center that can work around Trey's defensive limitations, that makes sense. It's probably Rudy because your first guy you think of when it comes to that is okay, Wemby could, but they have like 3 point guards already. And then you go, okay, Chet could, but they already have Shea, Case, and Wallace. They're already loaded at guard. Like the other team that might be able to really cover up for him was, you could say maybe Miami with Bam, but at the same time, their offensive style just probably wouldn't work with a guy like Trey. I love the old square up, even though you ain't gonna do anything. So Tech on Suggs, Walker, Carter, and Drummond. I'm guessing 4 Techs get handed out. All right. So we could have up to 4 Techs right here. All right. No, this is kind of why I love the cup games. You can see everybody's waking up for them. Like there's more emotion in these. Oh, Suggs is tossed. 5 technicals and Suggs is gone. Well, guys, get ready for a big Tyrese Maxey second half. I didn't expect them to give Suggs 2, but you know what? It makes sense. All right. That Suggs ejection could be huge. Okay, well, I think that this game will. Oh, I think like the first like 5 minutes after half might show us if this is what the 76ers needed. All right. Telling you, it's probably going to be say with Suggs being out, probably end up being a big maxi second half. Give all the credit in the world to Carter. heard a whistle and thought there was another tech. I'm like, oh, uh-oh. Here we go. All right. Well, might have just milk this all as much as you can to try to get yourself a good shot here. Oh, wow! What a response to all those texts. That could have rattled a lot of teams, but to intercept it and then end the half by sneaking 2 points of your own. Alrighty. By the way, everybody's tuning in. I appreciate you. Thanks. We're having a little fun. And you know what? I'm also a big fan of the NFL. I'm a big fan of professional wrestling. Like, quite frankly, I can ask me about anything. Cool with it. It's Thanksgiving. I'm all about giving. I'll give you my opinions. You give me yours. We'll have a great time. Like I said, I'm just here to have fun. I'm excited to watch the Green Bay Packers play football on Thursday. It's going to be great. All right. Say, can have a little fun. Prize Picks commercial. Like I say, we're having a great time. It's halftime. Orlando Magic are up big. We'll see in the second half if the 76ers have any answers. In a day and age where the three ball is so prevalent, a 26-point lead at half, it isn't safe anymore. So we'll see if the Philly has the answers. Hey, look, I'm a big Philly fan this week. I got the Eagles taking on the Bears on Friday. Look, I need y'all to take out if you're in Philly listening to this, I need y'all to take out Chicago on Friday. I have faith in you guys. Hello. Welcome. Say, we're just chilling, reacting to Sixers Magic. Willing to talk NFL, pro wrestling. You know what's funny? No, I'm actually a Milwaukee Bucks fan. But I do have myself a Dirk Nowitzki jersey. He's my favorite non-Bucks NBA player of all time. So I believe my grandma got me this jersey. So when I was younger. So shout out to Granny. Love you. But yeah, she got me this jersey. I'm always appreciative of it. Survivor Series should be still be the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. You know what? I would like it. I would love that. Saturdays are Saturdays are always, fun for pay-per-views because it's the weekend and more people are off, but yeah, I would love it if it was the day before Thanksgiving. I think in general, I think wrestling pay-per-view should be earlier in the day. Like, you know what's weird? Like, because, okay, watching AEW pay-per-views, they're great, but when they go like 4 or 5 hours long, I just feel like if your pay-per-view is going to be like 4 or 5 hours long, it should be earlier in the day. Now, WWE pay-per-views, you can probably just run them later in the day because they're really only like 4, 5-match cards, which is fine. But yeah, to me, it doesn't really matter the day too much, but I do think that if you're going to have longer pay-per-views, I'm old, LOL, but they used to start at 6 p.m. Yeah, see, 6 is fine. It's when, they start at like, 7 or 8. They'll start at like 7 here, and then they'll run them for like, I think the last AEW went for like 4 or 5 hours. So you're sitting here like, it's midnight. It's a great card, but 5 hours in a row is a little rough. So I love both companies. But they used to start at 6 p.m. Yeah. I think I liked. Do I do a Milwaukee Bucks podcast? I always thought about it. I've thought about it, but I mainly do the and one. Do the and one. We just talk about everything basketball. I've thought about doing like just a Milwaukee sports show in general, but mainly talking about the Bucks and say Bucks, Packers, Brewers. I'd say I could talk some Badgers basketball. I just hate watching Badgers football. I can't do it. They're just so hard to watch. Hey, there's my goat, Brian Scalabrine. Say say Badgers football is tough for me because it feels like 90% of the time they brush off their 1950s playbook and they run like the most archaic offense, which isn't even fun. But then you realize they have to run it that way because I got you. Yeah, it just feels like that. Oh my goodness, Scooby. Yeah, no, it just feels like that they bust out an archaic playbook, but then you realize they have to because the Badgers can apparently only have one good quarterback every decade. So last year we had Russ for 1 year, and he cooked. So yeah, it's just hard to watch. I can watch bad teams at least if the process is fun and entertaining. Say one thing I would like to see from the Bucks more though is I'd love to see Miles Turner near the rim more. A lot of people like talking about CJ with 46. Madison running the ball. Yeah, and look, I love a good old-fashioned grounded pound, but when it's the Badgers just running it, 20, 30, times a game, but the passing game can't do anything, it's just not fun. We have great running backs, though. Shout out to guys like Melvin Gordon and, Jonathan Taylor. I would just like to see us have a more balanced offense. That's really it. Now, I know a lot of people like to, make a stink about Miles Turner's blocks being down, but Milwaukee's just running the switch everything offense, and a lot of times that leaves Miles Turner just kind of on the perimeter. So I think they like leaving Giannis near the basket. I'd also love to see him mix it up a little and keep Miles Turner near the basket more often. Wemby. I got you. I haven't been to Madison in forever. It's been a minute. Say I went to a Bucks game, the game against the Knicks last month. That was a lot of fun. Say 10 threes for CJ McCollum ties the Wizards record. I did not expect that. All right, well, looks like the Unction won the game for the Wizards. Stay. Taco Bell commercial. That sounds really good. Absolutely. I think that's very true, but at the same time, I do think with Miles Turner, it's more of a schematic issue than a Miles Turner issue. Just how much they have him away from the basket. But no, I agree. It's more of a jump shot league, so you're not really going to see players have it's very rare you're going to see you have players post like the 4 or 5 block stat lines from back in the day. Hey, Wemby's just a unicorn in the sense he can do that, and then still recover back to his guy. Like, it's funny because I watch guys try to do what Wemby does, but the problem is they are always out of position and they can never recover. Wemby, just no matter where he is, like, he can get out of position and recover to anybody. It's scary. You just always have to be aware of that guy. So I hope he doesn't miss too much time. The 76-year-old throwback court is awesome. I love that they brought back the throwback old like jerseys from the Iverson days. I really thought about getting one. I'm not even like that massive of a Philly fan, but I love the throwback jerseys. Say I genuinely thought about getting like an Edgecombe jersey just so I can have one. Manute Bol and Mark Evan. Yeah, it's not that kind of NBA anymore, but I think it almost makes it really impressive when you see what guys like Wemby are doing when they go on those insane block runs. I want to see the Bucks bring back the throwback jersey of. It's like around the 2001 time when they had the giant deer. It's like the purple jersey with the giant deer on the logo on the front. There's just so many cool like throwback jerseys I wish teams would bring back. Say once again, guys, I do thank you for tuning in. Sean Bradley was a good shot block. Yeah, absolutely. Say the Mavs also had another great shot blocker, 2011. Shout out to Tyson Chandler. He really kind of kept the defense together. So granted, 2011 was just a lot of really good vets, just heating up at the right time. And of course, Dirk was a madman on a mission. Now, those are my favorite kind of guys, right? And that's why I never see it as a bad thing if you get postered. You get postered, cool. I just love the fact that you're giving the effort to contest the shot. It's why guys like, for example, like Giannis will get postered. I don't really care about that because he's trying to contest every shot. So I never really saw a problem in getting postered. Like people like clown on people that get postered, but I'm like, look, I can't blame somebody for trying to contest a shot. The only time I'll question somebody contesting a shot if it's obvious it's going in and it's past you, it's going to be an easy to just let it go at that point. J Hook. Oh, Larry Sanders, John Henson. Yeah, no, absolutely. I always loved J Hook. He always had that. Well, obviously, he had that little hook shot that was always a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, no, I'm just glad that Larry Sanders is in a better headspace. He obviously had his mental health issues, it seems. And chat, do Orlando win? Well, I think we'll find out rather quickly here if the 76ers have juice on them. I think the Magic do win. Oof. Like, here we go, Bane. Good take. Oh, good finish. I've thought about one of my goals for the Bucks is I'm gonna eventually get a jersey for every member of the 2021, championship team. And I thought about eventually trying, doing the same for the 71 championship team as well. Yeah, I'm glad Kareem just still loves watching the game. Oh, now Edwards is hurt. Ooh, okay. Say, hey, my the guy I really loved using on the. I loved using the 71 team on 2K, and obviously balling with Kareem was fun, but the other guy I loved balling with, shout out John McLaughlin. Would absolutely light people up from 3 with McLaughlin. Everybody's so worried about the Kareem post up that normally I just have John open on the weak side. Nope. I think Philly is losing. It's trending that way so far. They're going to need Maxey to just completely explode if they want to pull this out. Andre Drummond, the three-point shooter. That's been the fun development this year. I remember watching. So it's ironic watching Andre Drummond because you watch him take the ball to the rim, and it's so ugly. But now all of a sudden he's sniping from 3, but he still can't finish consistently around the rim. That's fair. At this point, they're very similar, like caliber players. De Silva with the jam. Yeah, no, I'm at this point. I say I can probably Dominic Barlow just missed. No, yeah, like I said before his rookie year started, I had the prediction on Banchero that he would be a future league MVP. But at this point, I can probably see that that's probably not going to happen unless something dramatic happens, like a coaching change, and he adjusts his game a little bit. But no, at this point, it's just kind of hard to deny the fact that Franz is either the same level as Paulo or slightly better. Drummond is always so interesting to watch. Just the Pistons in general are interesting to watch because they threw out the worst big 3 possible. I don't know if y'all remember those the 2013 Pistons with a big 3 of Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, and Josh Smith. I really don't know what they were thinking for that big 3. Yeah, nope. Yeah, I'd say 76 are just all out of whack right now. Yeah, and that's the weird part. Like, he's still a rough finisher around the rim unless he's like straight dunking it. But he's now such an efficient 3-point shooter this year. So it's so weird, like the development of Andre Drummond, but I love it. Franz is so tough to stop when he gets downhill like that. Oh, 77-13. Nice. Away from the plate? We going and saying in their podcast if they lose by 30? They might. They might, but at the same time, when you're missing Edgecombe, PG, and Embiid, this game was always going to be a tough one to win. Yeah, Nick Nurse doesn't look happy, but I guess to be fair, if your team's down 30, then yeah, I thought that with the I thought that there could be an opening to Pierce's defense a little with Suggs out, but okay, they really just quoted the Dark Knight Rises. Nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask. Yeah, 77-13. That's a good one. So here we go. So yeah, I thought it would be very telling early if the 76ers were going to have enough juice to come back in this one. And yeah, they just look like they're just completely checked out of this one. Say shout out Franz. The thing I love about Franz is he's so aggressive, just getting downhill and attacking the rim. Say he just consistently like fixates on the rim and just goes for it. Here we go. Say no, I saw that Taco Bell commercial and it's kind of making me crave some Taco Bell. Go get some nacho fries. No, I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving too, by the way. That's why we're doing we normally do and one on Thursdays, but we moved it to moved it over to Tuesdays just for this week because we want everybody to be able to enjoy their Thanksgiving. You can still catch us talking some football Thursday morning, though. Oh, they're coming out with a Zootopia too? Be the first to see it tonight. It's coming out tonight? I didn't realize that. Okay. See, Cade, Green, Mobley, Barnes, Suggs, Giddy, Kaminga, Franz. It's a great row of top 8 picks. Oh, say I think Kaminga can be a great piece for some team. It's just that some team clearly isn't the Golden State Warriors. Just threw that ball right off the scorer's table. Good grief. Now, just give the Franz again. It's like instant guaranteed 2 points right now. Yeah, this. I'm curious to see it. Wagner. I'm curious if we're going to get a frustration foul here soon. Yeah, you don't want Drummond putting the ball on the floor. There's just no way right now to get it. Here's the thing with yeah, there's just no juice right now. This looks like the Magic defense I thought we were going to get before the year started. The biggest reason I was so high in Orlando before the year started is I thought they would have another top 10 defense with the addition of Desmond Bane. Now I want to see this certain level of effort on the defensive end when they're when they're playing contenders. I think the Pistons will be a great test for them. Here we go. Tristan Da Silva. Goga wants another challenge. So here we go. Yeah. Yeah, chat, this game might be over. Yeah, this game might be all she wrote. Say all the credit in the world to the Magic defense. They locked in and just kept up the defensive intensity even without Jalen Suggs. So say the comeback would have to start right now for anything realistic. Go good. And Blitzage's taking jumpers. Okay. Say another. Hey, guy's been real impressive as a rookie this year. How about Con Knuppel? Hornets are doing, Hornets things, but look, he's been good. And it turns out he was a great pickup at number 4 for them. Say the Hornets are always that team that you look at their roster before a game's even played, and it's like, oh, this team could be really fun to watch. And then the games start, and it just turns out they're the Hornets. Philadelphia teams have a bad week. Yeah. Yeah, hey, you know what? Yeah, your Cowboys gave them the work on Sunday with a nice comeback win there. That was impressive. Saying now, yeah, they're just getting blown out today. But hey, you know what? I need the Eagles to win on Friday, so I can't talk too much crap. They're facing the Bears, division rival. I need them to take care of my Bears. Or take care of the Bears. My team's the Packers. It's crazy how that game played out too. Like, I know a lot of people, I think they counted out the Cowboys after they went down 21-0, and they just slowly walked them down right after that. So credit to the Cowboys. They showed a lot of fight that game. Now, I guess the next question is it too little too late? Are they going to be able to get one of these like final wild card spots? It's going to be a tough battle. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be surprised either, but at the same time, like I said, I just need somebody to knock them off their pedestal there. Let's say I'm hoping the Eagles win, and I think they'll be able to do it. Say that the Eagles just can never figure out their offense. That's the weird part. They have so much talent, but they just cannot put it together offensively, like consistently. Okay. Good. Finished by Day. Good hit by Maxey. Okay. If Eagles player fumble like they did against Dallas, it's all over for them. Hey, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but maybe you can remind me. But shout out to the dude that actually forced that fumble on the kickoff return. I can't remember his name, but I know it was a heck of an effort. I blocked like 3 times, but just stayed with it and just made it happen. Okay, this is. They get a couple buckets, and I'm trying to think like, okay, maybe it's the comeback. Yeah, they're still down by 34. Yeah, Anthony Black is having a game, man. Yeah, the Eagles definitely have to be just better disciplined overall. Like I said, they're just so weird. They have so many weapons on offense, but they just can't consistently piece offense together. Say, Philly's starting to come to life. This ball and player movement is what they were missing earlier, but it just feels like it's too little too late now, though, because you're now moving ball and player, but you're waiting until Orlando's up 30. There's also the factor of some of these wide open shots aren't falling. Overall, it's just not the 76ers night, and that's okay. It happens. Good take by Bane. Here we go. Good finish by Tyus Jones. Well, I just looked it up real quick. It was Elijah Clark was the name. Guy who forced the fumble on the kickoff return. No, that was truly an incredible also play by Clark. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I did have to look that one up, but yeah, just I remember the play and it was great. Say trying this commercial's telling me I need to buy more Bucks tickets, and I fear that they're right. I just spent a good chunk of change on AEW tickets to get their VIP package, so I'm really looking forward to that. Be going to a AEW World's End in December. The Netflix comedy special looks like with Kevin Hart. Okay. Here we go. Okay. It's after the John Cena retirement show. It's on December 27th. It's at the Now Arena in Illinois. Yeah, I do have off for December 13th for the. It's a double whammy on that day for me. Obviously I'll be tapped into the John Cena retirement show, but my local wrestling company, Brew City Wrestling, is also having an event that day. So I'll be at Brew City Wrestling while we tapped into the John Cena retirement matches. So it'll be a good month for wrestling for me next month. I'll probably have a Survivor Series on the Saturday too. I've enjoyed AEW this year. I think that what they've been doing really well with this year is they've kind of locked in on their storytelling, and they've told some great stories this year. That's one area of improvement that I've seen. Seen from them. Like the whole John Moxley story with him losing the title's great, and they're continuing a great downfall story. The whole story with the Young Bucks being broke leading up to what transpired at Full Gear was fantastic. Like the wrestling's just as good, and they're slowly just seemingly getting better at telling stories. Jamal Crawford. I do love the NBC crew. It's so funny how so little feels like went such a long way. Like it didn't take that much for them to really be, more well liked over the ESPN and TNT crew. Oh, no, it's just watching the NBC crew just literally sit here and genuinely enjoy the game and appreciate the players and. Oh, I'm glad that didn't go as bad as that looked for a second. So I love the presentation, love the commenters. It's great. Travel. Yeah, Magic have looked dominant. They've been aggressive, getting downhill, attacking the rim. They're not settling. It feels like that's the difference between when Banchero's in and out. It just the balls. I agree. I do love NBC more than ESPN. They're just genuine enjoyment of basketball is what gets me every time. It just feels like the biggest difference with the Magic between Banchero being in and out is Franz is just a lot quicker to move the ball. At times, Banchero just kind of holds it. So they just got to figure out how. Oh. Goga's down. So they say they got to figure out how to incorporate Paulo, but with this extra ball movement. James! Telling you, like I said, somebody I really like. See, this is kind of it for me too. Like they just enjoy basketball and they actually like hang out and analyze the game. And you can, and like obviously they'll still call out a player if they're not doing well or if they just suck, but it's not like ESPN having everybody take shots at players or watching guys like Draymond beefing with the crowd about how much Rudy Gobert sucks instead of focusing on the game at hand. Like when the Jazz, like it's just always been so weird. So I personally enjoy the NBC way, and that's kind of the way that I've always tried to do it on here too. It's just keep it, fun, positive. We try to hand out criticism when it's warranted, but not over excessive. But I appreciate you guys hopping in the chat. It's been great, but I think I'm gonna go grab some dinner. Haven't really eaten the past couple days because, like I said, I've been sick. But I think I'm gonna go get some food and start settling down for the night. So, guys, I definitely appreciate it. I would have stayed till the end, but it's not really a competitive enough game. So, figure, like I said, I'm going to go get some food, and I hope you all join us for Thursday morning for Sideline to Sideline. And I hope that you guys all enjoy your Thanksgiving. Thank you, and have yourselves a good night.